Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Fowl Territory 240. I've got to make an adjustment here to my layout. There we go. All right. So it is Friday, November the 17th, and I am your host, Gizzard Gary. So welcome to Fowl Territory. Let's see. Well, let's bring the panel in first. Let's do things a little differently because they're itching to be in this program, and I'm going to scratch their itch, so to speak. So let's meet my esteemed panel. And first on the panel, my co-host with the co-most is, of course, the man of orange, the voice of reason, and the sunshine that brightens our day, Mr. Obnoxious One.
Yo.
Welcome aboard, sir.
Let's get this thing over with. I got deer to hunt.
I understand. All right. So let's move on to our man that comes all the way down from the mountains of West Virginia. He is, of course, the host of This Week Unloaded and Wrestling Unloaded on the Wrestling Unloaded channel. He is the man that is the jack of all trades and master of, I don't know, maybe one or two. Let's meet your friend and mine, Rich White.
Hello. I'm not hunting any deer. I don't think my doctor would approve.
Oh, dear.
What if you got yourself a bump helmet?
Well, I got the helmet. Foss sent me the helmet.
Then you're good.
All right. Well, thanks for being here, Rich. Let's move down to the second row where we've got this guy who just came off a run of almost 300 shows of the, what the heck was it? Almost Nightly Firearms Expo, and he's moving on to bigger and better things. But he cooks and he shoots guns, and he is from the Keystone State. Let's welcome Guns and Barbecue.
Yo.
You son of a bitch.
Mr. Trademark Infringement himself.
Indeed.
My people will be contacting your people.
I hope they put it in Braille.
I'm going to have them put it in Braille right on your forehead.
There's plenty of room there.
5 head.
All right. Well, thank you for being here. And last but not least, and he comes to us from the Show Me State of Missouri. He is, of course, the host of the Guns, Beer, and Therapy podcast. And your friend and mine, let's welcome Billy up.
Yo, I guess. Would be what be in order next, I guess.
Why not? Why
thanks for
not?
having me tonight, Gary.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Yeah,
Defense. Go ahead.
I was going to say, you guys brought up Braille, and then I had a random thought go through my head. If a blind person loses their fingers, does that make them illiterate?
Possibly.
I don't know. I can't read Braille anyways.
Defense Dad says he doesn't come from the mountains. He comes from the floor of Walmart, and that's fair. I think that's totally fair. Speaking of Defense Dad, let's see who we got out there in the audience. Let's go all the way back to the beginning where we have Ron Wayne, was the first one in, Kingpin, Yo and Stuff. And Rich White was also out there before he was in here, or approximately the same time or around there.
No, it was after.
Rodney Peters is out there. Ozzy Osbourne barking at the moon. Justin Grimm is out there. Misty, Mrs. Wayne, is in the audience along with Ron Wayne. Wonder if they're related. Probably. Dale Pogue is out there. We have Mike in the audience. And Weston Probst, who I just saw this past weekend. Artak and Daughters is out there. Duffer426 is in the audience. And scrolling on down, Chessboard is out there. Let's see. Defense Dad says he sees gun people. How about that? The Pope Joy is out there in the audience. Wow, long time no see. All right. Also, gun websites, 10th thumb up. Thank you for hosting each week, Gizzard Gary. Thank you. Fluffy 10mm Jeep guy is out there. And got a lot of people out there. A lot of people. Let's see. Whoops, I missed somebody. Or did I? I don't know. Hillbilly Up is out there. And in here. G-Web says rip-offers are going to rip off. Let's see. Rodney Peters, beer. Someone say beer? Probably. Gunmetal Guy USA is out there. Ron Wayne says 25 years related. Well, that's good enough. Misty says, and I'm not completely crazy yet. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
24 people out there in the audience. You gonna say something, Hillbilly?
Yeah, I was just going to ask Misty, was that 25 years before they got married? Sorry, guys. I love you, but I couldn't pass that up. That's a slow pitch.
She's so gonna end you. All right. So let's see. We were talking about hunting earlier, that's for sure. Evidently, my co-host, Obnoxious One, has become the great deer hunter of North Carolina. He's going to try to rid the entire state of deer before it's all over with.
Yep, get them all.
Get them all. Got to catch them all.
I'm gonna try and get my 6.
What is with 6? You got 6 tags or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You gonna eat all them?
I'm gonna do my best. I got a full year to do it.
You got a smoker.
Got a smoker.
Well, heck yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna take all 6, but that won't leave me anything. That'll leave some for next year, but
Yeah, you could make us
But
up some deer jerky and bring it to.
they've been running wild out there. It's time to thin them out a little bit. So
Yeah, I mean it's bad enough you have otters running around, but you can't have deer running around. That's for darn sure.
ain't got any more otters running around.
Well, if you want to thin the deer, I'll just have Gary come for a visit.
I'll have you know, sir, I haven't taken a deer in 5 years. I just saw 2 live moo out there in the audience. He wants to know, were the deer eating your fish, Obnoxious One?
Not anymore.
Michael Dunn is out there, by the way. Honcho Fett.
Have you ever seen that video where a deer snags a bird out of the air, chomps on it? Oh, yeah.
That's pretty scary right there.
I did see that video of that deer eating a snake. I was like, that was weird.
Wow, them deer are tougher than I thought they were. Maybe they do deserve to be eaten. Oh, well. Oh, dear. I don't know where Snob is. Oh, I see. Guitar Gear Report is
Maybe
out.
he was eaten by a deer.
Guitar Gear Report. All right. So Jeff is out there. One of Jeff's many alter egos is out there. Let's put it that way. Defense Dad says Obnoxious One only wants to hunt because it's an excuse to wear even more orange.
I live on my old property and sitting in a blind. I don't have to wear orange.
He's all camoed out, man. Got a blind set up. Got probably netting all around it. Probably a TV in there and heat.
Mm-hmm.
Trip wires and landmines.
Whatever works.
Look,
Michael Dunn says, I finally got you some GORN. I finally finished my build today. Good deal. We'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah.
Claymore mines might actually be fairly decent for getting a whole bunch of deer at one time.
Maybe not legal, but
And who said anything about legal? I said it'd just be good at doing it.
Ron Wayne wears a deer costume to blend in. Will stay away from Central North Carolina if you
Yeah,
would.
it's not going to be good for you.
Because Obi don't miss when he aims his gun. At least that's what I hear. All righty. Well, let's go ahead and talk about some stuff, shall we? Maybe there's some stuff in the news to talk about. You suppose? You suppose we got some stuff in the news to talk about? Let's find out.
Nah, probably not.
There might be. There might be. Let's go out to... Oh, let's look at the ad. Cool. Let's go to bearingarms.com. Let's see. The top Second Amendment stories we have a choice of. Milwaukee paper discovers gun death lie. A father's love and the fight for real solutions. New Jersey governor's wife eyeing Senate seat to continue dynasty of anti-liberty agenda. Senators demand answers on Commerce Department's pause on gun exports. And Judge Nix's lifetime gun ban for nonviolent misdemeanor offense. Obi, you get to pick the first one.
Well, let's go with the lifetime ban.
Let's go with the lifetime ban. Okay. This is Wednesday afternoon at 1:30 by Cam Edwards. And he says, in a case very reminiscent of Range versus Garland, in which the Third Circuit Court of Appeals ruled that Brian Range's conviction for lying about his income on a food stamp application decades ago should not have resulted in a lifetime prohibition on keeping or bearing arms. A federal judge in Pennsylvania has ruled that a man's 2005 DUI arrest and conviction on misdemeanor charges cannot disqualify him from exercising his Second Amendment rights. Though Edward Williams was convicted of a misdemeanor offense, it was also a crime punishable by up to 5 years in prison. Williams didn't serve any time behind bars, however. Instead, he was sentenced to 90 days of house arrest and ordered to receive treatment for drug and alcohol abuse. Since the potential sentence was more than a year in prison, however, the misdemeanor conviction meant that Williams was considered a prohibited person going forward, and he was no longer allowed to possess or purchase a firearm. Williams first tried challenging the statute in question back in 2017 and was denied, but applied for a rehearing after the Supreme Court issued its decision in Bruin last year. This time around, in a case argued by 2A attorney Joshua Prince and supported by the Firearms Policy Coalition, U.S. District Judge John M. Younge applied the court's text, history, and tradition test to the Williams case, as well as the Third Circuit's decision in Range v. Garland, and found that Williams cannot be denied access to his right to keep and bear arms as a result of a nonviolent misdemeanor conviction, even if it was punishable by years behind bars. And then it's quoting here, the government has not met its burden in proving that the prohibition on plaintiff's possession of a firearm due to his DUI conviction is consistent with historical firearms regulations. Finding a historical tradition of similar firearms regulations requires that the government identify a well-established and representative historical analog, not a historical twin. A modern regulation that would not have been contemplated during the founding era can be found relatively similar to then existing regulations by considering how and why the regulations burden a law-abiding citizen's right to armed self-defense. that federal law has, over the past century, allowed for the disarmament of certain types of convicted criminals does not satisfy the constitutional issues ranged by applying Section 922G1 to all convictions punishable by more than a year of imprisonment. Instead, the court must consider more long-standing limitations on firearm possession to demarcate the scope of the constitutional right. The historical firearms regulations provided by the government are not sufficiently analogous to the case considered here to satisfy its burden. Younge noted that while he remains quite concerned about the prospect of granting access to firearms to persons who have demonstrably abused alcohol, he remains unconvinced that the general dangerousness of drunk driving and of combining firearm use and alcohol consumption establishes that DUIs must therefore be considered sufficiently analogous to historical examples of dangerous conduct that have previously served as grounds for disarmament. Younge acknowledged the government's citing of laws that prohibited the carrying of firearms while intoxicated, but argued that none of those regulations allude to disarmament lasting beyond the individual's state of intoxication, and none provided for permanent disarmament as Section 922G1 does. I agree with Younge that drunk driving is a serious concern and not something that should be easily dismissed. But the fact is that Williams wasn't barred forevermore from getting behind the wheel of a car because of his misdemeanor conviction. He can obtain a driver's license and purchase a vehicle despite his DUI conviction that's now nearly 20 years old, but he can't legally purchase or possess a firearm. That's a punishment that doesn't fit the crime, as far as I'm concerned. I'm sure the DOJ will appeal this case to the Third Circuit, but given their decision in range, it's unlikely that Merrick Garland is going to get the response he's looking for from the appellate court. By the time Williams v. Garland gets to SCOTUS, the justices will have had a chance to weigh in on Brian Range's case. And if the court does adopt a dangerousness standard for depriving individuals of their Second Amendment rights in Rahimi, then both Range and Williams have an excellent chance of having the lower court decisions in their favor approved by a majority of Supreme Court justices as well. Well, how about that? So what do you guys think of that one?
If it was a misdemeanor from only 20 years ago, there's absolutely no reason to say this guy's a disqualified individual at that point. If there were more, he had been convicted of a felony DUI, which would show a pattern of doing so, they could get him on lying on the floor 7473 and a bunch of other stuff. So that would be a totally different situation. But a single misdemeanor 20 years ago, that's not enough to disqualify somebody.
I don't think it is either. Anybody else want to jump in here on this one? Go ahead.
I don't know. I think it's kind of BS myself. You know,
I think it's a lot of BS.
I mean, what's that got to do with being, you know, your Second Amendment right?
Well, evidently, quite a bit to some people. Let's see. Fluffy says they passed gun laws here in Michigan. If you get certain misdemeanors, you lose your 2A rights for 8 years. Okay. Well, let's move on. Okay, and back.
Can I say something real quick? Most usually, like
You-
misdemeanors, you don't even go to jail for 8 years. You know,
No.
Misdemeanors punishable by a maximum of a year. In most cases, you're not even going to see that. You're some of them you won't even see a month or a week, let alone it.
Bet you've been a bad boy at that point. And you've shown that you can't be good, so you can't have guns no more. Isn't that crazy? Rich, you get to pick the next one.
Out of those ones, or can I pick something else real quick?
Well, there's only 4 more to click on here, so
Well, I just wanted to
unless you
bring
want to
up.
make something up.
No, I don't want to make something up. I want to talk about something that happened on Tuesday. Joe Manchin announced that he is retiring and will not be seeking re-election next year.
Must had a. I don't know how he got a higher paying gig than Congress, but whatever.
Manchin always doing what Toomey does.
Okay.
Oh, there was another thing too that came out this week. I don't know if you guys saw, but it isn't listed there. There's a bipartisan bill that was proposed in Congress this week that would put a hard cap on suppressor tax stamp wait period to 90 days.
I
It
don't
was
think there
sponsored.
should
I'll be
be
more
a wait
excited.
period at all.
Yeah, I don't either, but it's a start.
Or a
I'd
tax.
be more excited when it passed the Senate. I mean, obviously, it's got to get past the House first, but
Well, it's like I said, it's a bipartisan bill. It was proposed by a Democrat and a Republican.
still, I'll be excited when it passes the Senate.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be negative,
No, I'm
Nancy,
just
but
saying I was shocked because it's co-sponsored by a Democrat at this point. It seems like all the Democrats are anti-gun in both the House and Senate.
Must be somebody in a deeply rural area.
Yeah.
that or somebody who doesn't want reelected.
Mm-hmm. One of the two,
They're like, I'm going to vote the way my constituency
or
thinks I should vote.
or a Democrat in a really red area.
It could be in a state that has term limits. Who knows? Or they may be old. Who knows? So we have Sport Brand out there. Travis T also out there in the chat. I may have missed some other people. Chris Lang is out there, I see. So anyway, let's move on down to guns and barbecue. What would you like the next subject to be?
I choose number 3.
You choose number 3. So, New Jersey governor's wife eyeing Senate seat to continue dynasty of anti-liberty agenda. Okay. New Jersey has been in an awful spot for years concerning politics. The Garden State has been embroiled in political controversy after controversy, whether we're talking about the alleged Bridgegate from former Governor Christie's administration, former Democratic Governor Jim McGreevey's resignation allegedly because he's gay, or perhaps former Democratic Governor John Corzine and his alleged role in the unlawful use of funds. We've got drama, and that's just the big dogs of recent times. The latest scandals involve Democratic Senator Bob Menendez in his second bout of dealing with heavy allegations. With the senator finally falling from grace within his party, carpetbagger Governor Phil Murphy's wife, Tammy Murphy, is throwing her hat in the ring. I'm not going to claim to be some sort of clairvoyant, but I called this over a month ago in a piece over at news2a.com. Where he quotes, earlier in the week, we got some sentiments and lip service from Democratic Governor Phil Murphy, Attorney General Platkin, and for whatever reason, Tammy Murphy, the governor's wife. Why anyone cares about what Tammy Murphy thinks is beyond me, especially why we can be assured her sentiments were not sent from inside her office with that overpriced door. Unless, of course, Murphy is trying to set the stage to appoint her as a senator should a seat open up, and wants the people used to hearing from her. Maybe I was off in thinking the Murph wanted to appoint his better half, but nonetheless I landed in the correct arena. I thought it was suspiciously fishy that the Democratic Party in near lockstep condemned Menendez for his latest alleged escapades, when in the past he drew nothing but support. And honestly, the former allegations included underage prostitution acts, which the Democrats and voters did not seem to have an issue with. But they have issues with his latest shenanigans? How is it that gold and money trump allegations of underage sexual abuse and exploitation? Hands down, Governor Phil Murphy has been involving the fairer of the Murphys in more and more of his administration's press releases. I even recently commented to a friend and colleague about this, and in my opinion, Phil Murphy is using his office to better position his wife in running in the primary. It's now a foregone conclusion that she'll be primarying Menendez if he doesn't drop out beforehand. The Democratic machine has been instructed, and this is going to be the path forward. I'm going to call foul here and now with how Phil Murphy is shilling for her campaign through state of New Jersey press releases and his office. That's something Attorney General Platkin should be looking into. Now, what does this mean for gun owners? More bad news. Not that there could be a worse than Menendez, as they're all cut from the same progressive cabal cloth, but this would be further continuing a dynasty. Tammy Murphy's stance on guns can't be any better than her jack-jawed husband's, and has listed so-called gun violence as a priority should she be elected. We need a senator who will work every single day to lower the cost of living, protect abortion rights, end the gun violence epidemic, and defend our democracy, Murphy said in a roughly 4-minute-long video posted online. Murphy's side quest in protecting abortion rights envelops a women's empowerment ideal that was parroted by Debbie Walsh, the director of the Center for American Women in Politics at Rutgers University. Walsh lauded the opportunity, noting the system can be surprising. This is one individual woman who has the advantage here of being able to use the system that has been the challenge or the barrier to women's participation. In some ways, maybe that's the way we get the first woman in the Senate. Maybe that's the breakthrough. While Walsh and Murphy are patting each other on the backs for their womanliness and invoking the empowerment of using her positioning to get further ahead, nepotism and cronyism, we don't hear anything concerning the serious rape allegations that were rampant within Governor Phil Murphy's camp prior to his election. And more quotes here. I'm not sure I follow this story too much. Anybody know anything about New Jersey?
It's a shithole.
Yeah,
That's pretty much what this story is telling us.
I'm going to second that.
The garbage state.
Wow. This almost makes Illinois worth visiting, I tell you what.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't?
I mean, if you got your if you got your choice of hells, then I would choose California over any of those. I mean, if you definitely have to go to hell and you're getting your choice, go to California.
All right.
Illinois and New Jersey have nothing, and New York have nothing to offer that California doesn't, and the weather's better in California.
So I refreshed the screen, and now we've got some different stories up here.
Why would you do that?
One having to do with deer. Wow.
What?
But it's Hillbilly's pick, so. Hillbilly, what do you see up there you like?
I'm trying to read them here.
Let's see.
Oh, boy.
We got, oh dear, New York ammo background checks causing headaches for hunters. A man shot outside Texas church after threatening pastor. Those are new. Those weren't up there before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, I want to hear about the ammo background checks, because that's just kind of nonsense. You have to have it for your gun.
Well, since we have a deer hunter on the panel, let's talk about this one. Okay.
Who's that?
Hell no. And
I'm
this
talking
is
about those pants up there.
This article's only an hour old. Also by Cam Edwards. There's a picture of some of Obie's deer before he shoots him. Okay.
Is that a buck?
It's been, huh?
Is that a buck? Because I'm not seeing any bucks out here.
Two of them there in that picture. And the way they're standing, man, you get the right rifle, you can take out both of them at one time.
Yeah, right underneath that feeder.
Okay, it's been 2 months since New York State Police started running background checks on every ammo sale in the state, and the problems that plagued the launch of the new mandate have yet to be resolved. Carly Short, who owns Johnson's Country Store in Lockport, New York, says business should be booming this time of year with hunters filling the shop's interior in search of ammo before deer gun season kicks off this weekend. But it's been pretty quiet this week. Many hunters planned ahead and bought their ammo before the background checks were implemented in mid-September, which was a wise move since Short says customers are still routinely experiencing long delays when making their purchases. I tell people there's good days and bad days, Short said. We will have a whole day where everybody gets proceeds and everybody is happy. The next day, every single person is a delay. New York State Police run the background checks and sent a statement about wait times that said firearms and ammunition checks are handled in an accurate and timely manner. The New York State NICS unit processes transactions immediately. However, some responses will take longer than others depending on the amount of research required. Blah, blah, blah. While many of Short's regular customers had the foresight to purchase their ammo in the days and weeks before the ammo background check law kicked in, other retailers closer to the borders of neighboring states like Pennsylvania say they're seeing their customer base disappear completely. Okay, I think that unfortunately, because of our proximity to Pennsylvania, it's having much more of an impact on our local dealerships because people are just not going to go through the hassle. They can go 15 to 20 minutes down the road into Pennsylvania and buy ammunition without a problem and not be charged at all, said Chemung County Sheriff Bill Schramm. We've definitely seen people go over the border to Pennsylvania. We're close enough they can go over there without having to do a background check. Makes no sense whatsoever. Most people that come in to buy ammo, they've already bought a gun. They have to go through a background check for the gun. Now the redundancy makes them do background checks for the ammunition as well.
Well, I have to go through a background check for every suppressor.
A lot of people are getting delayed for no reason. The state system setup doesn't even give us a time frame. We submit it and sometimes it'll go right through. Other times it just says pending. It could be pending for as little as 15 minutes, or we've had it go as long as 4 days now for some people, said founder of Pew Self-Protection and Combatives. Other retailers say they've seen instances where a NICS check for a firearm purchase be approved, but the same person's ammo purchase will be denied. Given the screwy nature of the ammo background check process, it's no surprise that many gun owners near the state's southern border are choosing to drive into the Keystone State to stock up. Unfortunately for retailers and gun owners alike, these issues aren't likely to go away anytime soon. While there is a lawsuit challenging the constitutionality of the ammo background check provisions, the Supreme Court denied a request for emergency injunction in the case last month. The lawsuit itself continues, but the broken background check system will remain in effect while the case makes its way through the courts. We'll have to wait and see if the checks have a major impact on the number of hunters taking to the field, but it looks like it's already taking a toll on retailers close to the borders of free states. How about that? We're running across the state line to Pennsylvania to buy ammo.
I have said it before, and I'll say it again. If the industry would stop selling to government, it would take about 15 minutes for all these bullshit laws to disappear.
Amen.
Around here, it's not ammo, but magazines. And we got people coming into the state from Maryland to buy the magazines.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah, because they can own them. They just can't buy the higher capacity magazines in Maryland. Maryland, you can only buy 10 round.
Yeah,
They can come into West Virginia, buy 15, 17 round mags, take them back to Maryland and be perfectly legal.
yeah, they said that's what I've heard. It's legal to have them, possess them, but you can't buy them there. That's crazy.
Now, Defense Dad wants me to zoom in on the yoga pants for some reason. I'm not real sure why.
Yeah, that's all I've been paying attention to.
Wow.
There's yoga pants?
I didn't even notice till he mentioned it.
Yeah, I read my Hancock screen. They're not in Braille either, Barbecue.
Yeah, you want to be able to see them.
Darn.
That's too
Hold on,
bad.
let me-
They got some pretty good sized bumps on there.
Let me turn on the smell-o-vision. No, I'm gonna turn off the smell-o-vision. That's nasty.
Yeah, you don't know where that's been. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, I mean, so New York's like come across this all the time. So like the online betting, well, people just drive across the line to New Jersey or whatever and do their bets. Yeah, I mean, they, being that small of a place, like it's easy to go to another state. For us around here, like me and you, Gary, and a lot of us, that's like almost going to another county or two.
Yeah.
Man.
So Duffer says, here in Indiana, our rural king asks to see your driver's license to make sure you're not from Illinois. Yeah.
That's because Illinois you have to have a FOID card to even possess ammo. So,
Yeah.
Wow.
And Obi-Wan, get ready. There's Bamadad.
Bamadad.
Roll Tide.
There you go. All right, let's see. Ron Wayne says, hey, Misty, that reminds me, we need to pick up hamburger buns tomorrow. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, boy. All right. Let's see. Let's refresh the screen and see if we got anything else. Oh, it's changed again. Let's see. Felon convicted in gun trafficking scheme gets off easy at sentencing. We did that one. Oh, let's just take a look at this top one here. Milwaukee paper discovers a gun death lie. There's a lie about gun death? Oh, no. The term gun death is popular among gun control advocates and their politicians who push that same agenda. It's a simple enough term, too. It's simply the total number of people killed with a firearm, regardless of who pulled the trigger or why. It might even be a useful statistic in some cases. However, when talking about guns and gun control, it's misdirection at best and a case of lying with facts at its worst. It's an effort to lump all such fatalities together to make the issue seem bigger than it is. And it seems folks at the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel got an eye-opener on the topic recently. Quoting here, gun deaths are rising in Wisconsin, but the people affected by it might surprise you. The narrative around gun violence is often limited to urban homicides, but the vast majority of deaths by guns are suicides. In fact, a new report from the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel finds that suicides make up more than 2/3 of all deaths by guns in Wisconsin. Of 100 gun deaths that occur in Wisconsin, roughly 25 of those are homicides. And then there's another 1 to 2% that are accidents or police-involved shootings. Investigative reporter John Diedrich explains, the idea that 71 out of 100 gun deaths in Wisconsin are suicides was an eye-opener to me and to our readers. Diedrich acknowledges that suicides are in fact a mental health issue, but he's paraphrased as saying that when those issues arise, gun owners have a very deadly means to take their own life. I don't dispute that fact. However, starting with that last point, if they already have the means to take their own life, what good would new gun control laws do? Moving back to the deeper point that Diedrich was shocked by this, I can't say that I am. We've long known that most of the gun deaths cited by anti-gun activists were in fact suicides. We know why they do it too. The truth is that when you look at the total number of homicides year over year and consider them against the total population of the United States, it doesn't look nearly scary enough. So they lump in suicides and accidents and call them gun deaths, all in hopes that no one will dig too deeply. When they do, they get a bit of a wake-up call. It's also why I really think we in the gun community need to step up and deal with mental health. We need to be champions of improvement in mental health efforts and be advocates for those in our lives who suffer from mental illness. If we can reduce the number of suicides, we reduce the number of gun deaths. We take away the gun control crowd's ammunition, even if that ammunition is based on what amounts to a lie. In Milwaukee, at least one journalist has woken up to at least part of that lie. The question is whether he'll realize the rest of it and do his part to combat the constant flow of misinformation from here on out.
He won't. They never do. That's everybody spouts that, we've had 800 mass shootings, or there's been 950 school shootings so far this year. They don't. The suicide deaths are easily researchable. That's easily verifiable. It's easy to find. It's pulled out of there in black and white, and it's been 2/3 of the gun deaths forever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And they still keep parroting this.
Yeah.
30,000 gun deaths a year. Well, yeah, 20,000 of those are suicides.
Yeah, and that's the deal, because the way to scare those numbers, if it was reported correctly, then those numbers would be very, very low.
Yeah.
Gary, you have Misha out there.
Yes, we have a $5 super chat from Misha N, who says, I used to run a dating service for chickens, but I was struggling to make hens meet.
I don't know. See, I'm so torn on this one because I don't know whether to boo or hiss.
Do both at the same time.
But thank you so much for the super chat.
No, all this stuff is skewed, and the leftists and the people that want gun control could easily find these. You know what they count as a mass shooting? Any shooting that involves 2 or more people.
Oh, yeah.
It used to be 4.
Yep.
Well, even then, it could be it's not. They don't break it into gang shootings or anything like that. It's if 4 people were injured, and it doesn't even have to be injured by the shooting. They could be injured running or whatever. They were injured because of this. It's a mass shooting. The same thing with shootings on school property. You know what's included in that?
Anything that happens when school's not in session.
Anything that happens when school's not in session.
And within 1,000 feet.
Yep.
Anything that happens on a decommissioned school grounds.
Yep. And most of them are gang related or drug deals gone wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Those are school shootings.
Yep.
This is all easily verifiable. It's easy to research. All you have to do is look very briefly for this, and it's all there. But they don't care because their feelings trump the facts.
I heard that if it's the shooting of 2 people, then they can consider it mass shooting. I mean, if it's homicide or not, somebody took their their wife or whatever, sad. That's this whole sad deal anyhow. But if they took their wife's life and took theirs, they could classify that as a mass shooting.
Yeah. It used to be 6, then they lowered it to 4, now they say it's 2.
Okay, so I just pushed.
ARs are this whole bad thing, but any kind of rifle is 400 deaths a year.
Yeah, on average, consistently too. Yeah, and it's consistent year over year over year over year that you get around that number of them.
Get around 400, and then it's any rifle, any situation. So it could be accidental, could be a suicide, could be a hunting accident, could be somebody going in and actually doing a mass shooting. But it's 400 deaths a year of any rifle. Hands, fists, and feet, 800 deaths a year.
Yeah.
Year over year, consistent.
Hammers and other blunt objects, usually around 1,500.
Real quick, I just started the ticker for the giveaway. I realized I hadn't been running that.
What the hell is wrong with you?
So if you want to get involved in the giveaway here in about 5-10 minutes or so, go ahead and put in the hashtag
I put in my hashtag earlier. Does that not count now? Because you
# FT240, and I'm not sure it counted them all. So if you did it, go ahead and put it in again.
God,
I want to make sure everybody gets entered.
this is getting too much like work.
It's worth it. I'm giving away some cool stuff tonight.
That's what you always say.
Hobie's like, can't you just pick one of us so it's not have to do
Mhm.
all this work?
Well, this is like I got Tuesday morning. I got my deer about 7 o'clock in the morning. I had to take it to the processor, and then Sugar Mama wanted some pine needles for the landscaping, so I was going to have to go get those. But then when I got to the processor, I had a bunch of blood in the bed of my truck, so I had to come home and rinse out the truck, and then go get pine needles for Sugar Mama. And I came in and I had to film videos and then I had to go back out and hunting. It was like a freaking full-time job. This is not what I signed up for. It's absolute bullshit.
Well, you're not done yet either because you got to say when Gary does the drawing.
Oh, God. I'm out. I'm going to bed.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
plenty of pine needles around here for free.
free pine needles, huh?
You know,
Speaking-
in North Carolina, it is actually a felony to steal pine needles.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And dogs.
How do you steal pine needles? Do you hold the tree up at gunpoint?
No, they were people were stealing them off. They were stealing trucks full of them, and because they use them for mulch because you get termites and stuff. So you can't have wood down. You got to have something else.
Wow. Well,
So
pine needles-
they actually farm them, but people were stealing the trucks of them. And here a few years back, some farmer that was losing them all the time actually got him to put through a law. It's a felony now.
Wow. Most usually pine needles, farmers and stuff, they don't want pines on their property because they say grass won't grow good around pines because of the pine
Mhm.
needles.
Well, speaking of free, did you know that every Friday is Free Patch Friday at gearwebsites.com? And that
Yeah.
Gear Websites is your source for every Second Matters Gun Channels gear, ammo ID, and more. And that they have patches, stickers, and other items. Did you know that, Rich?
Yeah, I knew that. I've bought stuff on Free Patch Friday before and got a bunch of extras with it. So
Well, here's a guy who's going to tell us more.
Sweet.
GearWebsites.com is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at GearWebsites.com.
See, so if you didn't know, he just told you. So buy cool stuff at gearwebsites.com. What's going on? Defense Dad says, holy hell, I found a Black Friday deal for complete lowers under 85 doll hairs and free shipping. Wow.
America. Yeah.
I feel like that's just going to get my credit card number stolen.
Mm-hmm.
Probably will. Well, let's see. It is.
Oh, look at this. Jonathan Berger over there on Facebook. And for some reason, Guns and Barbecue dropped out of the chat and had to come back.
Amazing, huh?
Total coincidence. Total coincidence.
100%.
Had absolutely nothing to do with him hitting the Facebook button and forgetting to open up a new tab before he did it.
No, nothing wrong.
No, it just timed me out. Thanks, StreamYard.
So, anyway, I think it's time for a song. You think it's time for a song?
Is it time?
Lizard Larry.
Lizard
Lizard
Larry?
Larry.
Who wants Lizard Larry?
Barbecue
That
does.
song's at the top of the top 40 countdown.
Lizard Larry's got something for you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you. Large prostate won't slow him down, chasing grandmas all over town. Got a sidekick named George the Cat. Lizard Larry's got something for you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you.
Man, it's a real shame Gordon Lightfoot passed away, and then Jimmy Buffett, because that could have been a big hit for either one of those guys.
If Casey Kasem was still alive, he'd be talking that up right now.
Uh-huh.
Well, if you think that song was scary, wait till you see this.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's that time of the show where we give stuff away. In tonight's giveaway portion of Fowl Territory, we're going to have all sorts of stuff and things to give away, folks. So get those typing fingers ready, and we're going to see what we're giving away. Gizzard, what do we have tonight for this wonderful audience?
Every single time.
Keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for them stars.
Now we know what Snob is. He's trying to grow his hair back.
Well, he's trying to remember how to say
He may
Osama.
never be back in here then.
I know, right? Maybe I should
Whoops.
get back in here. Hey, I'm in the middle. Cool.
We might see an FO pop up here. Then we'll know that he's at least
Got
lurking.
something for you.
All right. So let's see what I can come up with. Giveaway. How about this Gizzard Gary channel sticker?
Ooh, that's almost as big as your head.
Almost. Not quite. But
That's
almost.
saying something.
I know, right?
I mean, it's not like a Sarge-side melon, but
Itty bitty Gizzard Gary review sticker. About half the size of my head.
that one's as big as your hands.
I know. How about this Fowl Territory thumbnail? Pretty cool, huh? Oh, along with the Gizzard Gary channel sticker, how about the Gizzard Gary magnet? I'm going to throw one of those in, too.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Well, no, I don't have one of them.
You don't.
I got
You
two of
stick
them.
that PMag, or not your PMag, but your actual metal magazine.
You did say P-Mag. Okay. All right.
I don't think it's going to work on aluminum.
Don't think so. All right. We have this from XS Sights.
That seems excessive.
The fastest sights in any light. Did you see how fast that disappeared? Man, I tell you what.
Yeah, I heard they're going to be having some kind of sale for
I heard
like this weird holiday that's coming up, but it's
I
only
heard
for
that.
it's only for black people.
Maybe. How about lock grips?
Fastest grips in any light.
That's right. And
That's
how
their
about
tagline, isn't it?
that's right. How about Live Free Armory? Fastest.
Armory in any light.
That's right, too.
I like their shirts.
You like their shirts. Okay, so how about let's see, we got the 2023 SHOT Show sticker from Palmetto State
Ooh.
Armory.
You got to get rid of all those before 2024
Gotta
SHOT Show
get
rolls
rid
up?
of them. Also got the 2023 NRAM stickers from
Oh, you got a
Palmetto
little more time
State
for that
Armory.
one.
A little more time. Okay, a few more stickers here. We've got one from Hyperfire.
Pew, pew, pew.
We also have the Passa
Passa.
Dagger.
Boom.
One of Obi's favorites, Dipmus Panther Arms. Row. And a new one. Thanks to Stan from SS Pawn, who gave me a whole box of these. Dead Air.
Sweet.
To go along with that, folks,
Yeah,
You
but
know,
dead air is bad when you're doing a live show.
not only a whole box of stickers, but also in that box, a whole bunch of
Was
patches.
it a dead air suppressor? Oh,
No, there's nobody saying anything.
Dead air patches. Yeah. But that's not all.
and George the cat.
And we've also got, because the holidays are coming up, so how about this So Calm All Ye Faithful from Ace Limited?
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice. How about, because
That was a pretty sweet pet.
it's getting cold out, you're going to need some.
the weather outside is frightful.
So you're going to need some hot sauce from Primary Optics. It says, put that shit on everything. Hot sauce.
Can you say that?
It says that right on there.
That's freaking awesome.
And you'd think 3 patches is great. We're going to give you 4.
Holy crap!
We're going to give
No
you
way.
4.
Say what?
It's time for the stripper clip.
Bro, now I have to have it. I don't have
Gearwebsites.com.
a
You're
stripper
going to get
clip.
a pink stripper clip. Yes, you are. Because I love you that much. That's right.
All right.
And we're going to throw in a lanyard from Silencer Shop.
Ooh.
Yeah. How about a pen from Safe Shoot?
Say it isn't so.
Genuine ink pen.
It isn't so.
It isn't so.
How about a keyring from Great Ghost Precision?
Ooh. He's got
Oh.
the
How about a 1911 tool from T-Sauce?
Tissus.
I thought that was a bottle opener.
That's what I thought it was too.
Could
Ball
be.
opener?
I hate 1911 tools.
And not 1, but 2
Ooh.
IWI zipper pulls.
Okay,
That's
I'm
right.
I'm
I
entering
thought
my
you were whole-
hashtag again. Yeah, definitely wanting zipper pulls.
And last but not least, fresh from the Wanamaker Tulsa Arms Show, a hat from
Oh, wow.
EAA,
Ooh.
courtesy of our friend Chase.
Wow.
Friend is a strong word.
Nice.
Well, he gave me free hats. Anybody that gives me free hats, my friends. So
There you go.
plus, the winner of this drawing wins a cleaner and lubricant combo from the good folks at Aegis Gun
What?
Care.
No way.
That's too much.
Remember, Aegis protects.
I'm entering again.
That's
How
too
can
much.
anybody contain themselves right now?
You betcha. So all
This better
kinds
have
of
like the
stuff.
most entries ever.
All kinds of stuff out there. So let's go ahead and share that StreamYard screen giveaway tool.
It's got something for you.
We got 27 people entered in the giveaway.
Do it now.
That's it?
Do it now.
I'm showing 33 out there. Obi says do it now.
Do it now. I don't want anybody else. I don't want more competition. I want that pink
It was the curse of 27.
I want
The
those
giveaway
liberals.
died at 27.
Who's going to win? Better not be Guns and Barbecue. It's
Oh.
Michael
Michael
Dunn.
Dunn.
Awesome, bro.
the hell is going on here?
Dadgummit.
This
Last minute entry too.
This is
I was
complete
totally
BS.
going to give away the Aegis gun cleaning kit too. I just wanted the patches.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Michael Dunn, hit me up. I will buy those zipper pulls from you.
All right, so Michael Dunn
Damn.
is the Wiener Aegis Cleaner. Congratulations to Michael Dunn, the winner of this week's Fowl Territory prize giveaway. Please send your real name and mailing address to me at winner@gizzardgary.com. And remember, I will share this with Aegis Gun Care so they can send you your prize also. All right. Very good. And he is out there. So, congratulations to Michael Dunn.
Well deserving, too.
Obi's just mad because it wasn't him.
Well,
I
one
don't
thing
have-
about it, when Michael put those up on eBay, we can go buy them, Moby. All that stuff.
Duffer wants to know, was that prostate cleaner? Defense Dad wanted the stripper clip patch. That's my last stripper clip. You can, believe it or not, I believe you can buy those from this place called gearwebsites.com that I may have mentioned before.
I might have a couple extra that I could send him.
And Duffer, it would be prostate cleaner if it was a giveaway that was being had by Leisure Suit Larry, not Lizard Larry.
Oh.
Yeah, if you buy those on Friday, you can get a free one, maybe.
That's what I hear. That's what I hear. Well, let's see. I think we may have some more stuff coming up. It's too bad. It's too bad that Snob isn't here, because he'd tell us all about it. In fact, he'd probably do it a lot like this.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it is time for you to send your GORN to Gizzard or GORN at GizzardGary.com. It's time for Show Us Your Gun.
Guns.
It's crazy. It's like Snob just rolls in here with his own posse and then just leaves.
Yeah, he makes us use our old logos too.
You'd think with all that help, he wouldn't make mistakes every week, though. Well, I wouldn't think that personally. I kind of anticipate this. But all right, so show us your GORN. As always, send your GORN to me at GORN at GizzardGary.com. GORN at GizzardGary.com.
You see what G-Webs just threw out there?
Anyone who grabs the stripper clip set tonight will get double the free patches. Thank you for the orders. Let me highlight that.
That is sweet.
Check that out.
Heck yeah. There you go. Go out there to gearwebsites.com and get a stripper clip set tonight, and you will get double the free patches. Heck yeah.
Yeah, you know how you know that picture there Barbecue's got there is photoshopped? That rack is too nice to be Snob's.
Well,
I don't know. Snob's got a pretty nice rack.
And Rich, why are you checking out Snob's rack that much?
No, Snob just like showed everybody one night in the after chat. You're be glad you weren't there.
Either way, I'm blind, so even if I was, I missed it.
And if you have ordered in the past, you're getting triple the free patches.
Oh, snap.
Oh. So return customers, get out there. All right. Now, I knew that wasn't Snob right away because it's got way too much hair on top of his head to be Snob.
You like my new audio avatar name then?
You're what?
My new name for it's a show. What the hell do they call it on StreamYard? Edit?
Avatar.
Oh, just name and headline, I guess.
Snob with hair.
I mean, he could wear a wig.
I think it's called name.
There had to have been a time that he had hair. We can think that it was probably something like this.
I suppose so. But if he wanted to defend himself, he could come in here.
He could. That's why I did this.
He evidently had something better to do. So, okay. All right. So, anyway, I was saying, send your GORN to GORN at GizzardGary.com. Please include your name, your channel name, in the email so I don't have to read your email address to everybody on the chat. Also, if you want to, you can post stuff in Instagram and tag the account GG Fowl Territory when you post the pictures. So anyway, I do believe we do have some GORN out there tonight. So,
hey Gary, I am forwarding you some GORN that was left over from last week's takeover show that we just ran out of time to show it. So if it's okay, I want to forward you some of those.
Yeah, sure. All right, so let's get started with one that was sent well before the show by Guns and Barbecue. And he says, not my best photo, but it will have to do. Heritage barkeep with my news of wood grips.
I really like that knife. Good job with the shilling gizzard.
That is a pretty knife.
Mm-hmm.
I'm jealous now.
I set this photo up like 6 different ways. Took probably 100 different shots. This is like the best one I could get. I was like, this will do, I guess. I wasn't too crazy about it, though.
I think it's pretty good.
It's all right. The big issue is the lighting. Let's say I don't have good lighting in my office.
Well, Opie did a review of some lights that you could get.
I've got lights. I was just too lazy to set them up.
In fact, he did a video of a light a week or two ago. I ended up buying one. So
Nice.
that's how good his video was.
Well, with that hand of cards you had there, it's a good thing you weren't dressed like James Butler Hickok. You got shot in the back of the head?
You mean Hickok 45 got shot?
No, James Butler Hickok.
That might be his name. I don't know.
That would otherwise be known as Wild Bill.
Well, that was before he got old.
Yeah.
All right, so this is from Ron Wayne. It says, deer rifle choice from Ron Wayne, Winchester 3030 pre-64.
Ooh. That is nice.
We've got 2 or 3 different shots of it, so this is the first one.
Now, to annoy Snob, you need to put a scope on it.
No, we're not going to put a scope on there.
Do it.
Okay, here's picture number 2.
Shiny.
Nice. Okay, and then picture number 3. I wish they made it to where you could cycle through these without having to open them and close them each time.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Mm-hmm.
That's probably my favorite picture of all right there.
Oh, look,
That's
there's a serial number.
Nice.
There we go.
BR549? Yeah,
Yep. Pen 15.
very nice.
Look at that, it's pawpaws. Nice, man.
All right, so also from Ron Wayne, because we can't stop at just one here. Kind of like a Tootsie Roll. So, deer rifle choices from Ron Wayne, Sporterized Lee Enfield 303 British, number 4. MK1 with the Gizzard Gary patch in there. Nice. He's got all the cool guns. All right. And of course, there's another picture of it here. So I did ask in my community tab, I said, show us your hunting setups. So it's a sweet looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
You asked me that back when I was in high school, I'd have to send you a picture of cologne or something.
Looks like he's using a ring light, maybe. Or there's a halo there, one or the other. All right, and once again from Ron Wayne, because he's just got all the guns to show us. I think he got all his guns out. So this is a 30-40 Krag.
Nice.
Hope he reloads because we pain in the ass to find ammo for that thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And whoops, come back here. And he's not done. He's not done yet. I told you he got some guns out. Now here we are looking at an 8mm Mauser Turkish Ankara pattern 38 Gewehr 8805.
That's what I was going to say.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's a mouthful.
Yep. Me too. Nailed it.
It's exactly what it looks like. Of course, it looks classier with that Gizzard Gary patch next to it. That makes any gun look good.
Duffer's asking if Ron owns a museum.
Yes, he does.
I'm just kind of disappointed the GORN guy wasn't in none of these picks.
You know good and well he's going to send some in now. If he hasn't already. I haven't seen any yet, but you know they're coming. Because he's pretty quick.
Yeah. And I think that GORN guy, wasn't that off Star Trek episode?
Oh, yeah.
497 or something?
I don't know which one. Okay, so here's another one. This one is from Michael Dunn.
He needs to put that together.
He says, first AR that I decided to build. Don't mind, it still needs sights or optic on it. I think it turned out better than I thought. So we've got.
I hate to break this.
Before picture.
That's I hate to break this to you, but
it needs a little assembly there.
Okay, let's show the second picture to be fair now. That was the pre. Here is the after. Is that a little better?
Sweet.
Right,
and actually, if you don't mind, Obi, or maybe some of you guys, Michael's asking, actually, I think it's last week on the Takeover show, or maybe a different one, but the forward assist is not closing all the way on that. And he was wondering, like, what kind of problems might be causing that.
What do you mean the forward assist isn't closing?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
He said it wasn't like when you push forward assist, like it wouldn't close the. I assume.
Why is he even messing with the forward assist? I mean, if it's going into battery, there's no reason to even touch it.
Well, maybe it's not.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I mean, is the rifle going into battery? I mean, is he out there still?
Yeah, he is out there. So I mean, like maybe he'll say something on the comments.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. If he's out there, clarify that.
Well, you know, was the upper complete, or did he install it? Because you got a forward assist has got a certain spot.
He said that he fixed it. That there was something wrong with the other one and wasn't fitting right.
All right. Yeah, it could be nice. Too much coating on it or something, or whatever.
Okay, now I've got some stuff that Hillbilly sent over. And this one appears to be from...
Yeah,
I read the email right. It's from Bob Dobalina.
Yeah.
This is a Smith & Wesson Model 60, no dash.
Ooh.
Nice.
Was the other one Cerakoted, Michael? Because that's most
that could be it.
They get sometimes those Ceracoders get too much on there.
Yep. And you can do that with any part, not just the forward assist.
Okay. Also from Bob Dobalina, Browning Buckmark. This has an amazing trigger, he says.
I don't know. Where's our trigger guy? I haven't seen him around in a while.
He doesn't come in here anymore. Where
He can
is
tell you if that had a.
Pacifier Productions anyway?
I don't know. Maybe he married that Armenian chick at the gas station. Doesn't have time for us
Oh
anymore.
yeah. He got wrecked. He can't come into chats anymore. Yeah. Okay, and then we have another one from Bob.
You know, if you just catch that real quick on there, it looks like it says egg fowl territory.
It does. Here we have a Remington R1S 1911 chambered in 45 ACP. The correct caliber.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
I like this grip too.
Who sent this?
Bob Dobalina. Dubalina?
Yeah, we just call him Mr. Bob.
It sounds like a guy, a good character.
He's a character, that's for sure. Oh,
Because you are a character doesn't mean you're a character.
Those other two I seen Gary are from Moo.
this one is?
Oh no, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say.
I think that's
This says this is the luckiest photo ever taken. I captured this as a picture, not a video, on my cell phone. A girlfriend was shooting a Colt Police Positive made in 1915. Wow.
yeah, that is a cool picture.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That's why you don't put your hand up on the side of a revolver either.
Uh-huh.
That's right.
Well, you'll only do it once.
You can do anything once.
You know what else is a self-correcting problem? Forgetting to put your pro in.
Done that before.
No, I'm talking about putting your hands on. Did you see the video that Kentucky Ballistics put out this week with the 1911?
No,
It blew it up.
that son of a bitch.
Well, it was the one that was all zombified, garbagey thing.
Don't
But
care. It's a 1911.
He intentionally put an overcharged bullet in it to see what would happen if one malfunctioned critically and blew up like that. Tore the hands up on the dummy that he had it set up with.
That son of a bitch.
Gee, I don't know how he possibly got hurt.
Well, that was an accident. This is he's
Yeah.
intentionally.
Sure. Oh, yeah, it was an accident, but you're shooting a pipe gun. Let me put it this way: if you have a gun that you need to
I would not
screw
buy
on,
one of those.
screw on a pipe cap.
No,
shoot
that's no, especially not for the BMG.
Mm-mm.
No, I would never have pulled the trigger. I would have took one look at that gun and be like, I don't think so.
What didn't get me? Like, this guy's got money out the wazoo to buy some really, really exotic rifles.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the 50 he was deciding to shoot. Like,
because that's the one that people can get their hands on.
Mhm.
I mean, there's things that you have to buy. You know,
100%.
If you're in this, you know, you don't go out and just buy the $3,000 guns because that's your target audience is going to be that much smaller. But still, I never ever would advocate a gun where you have to screw on a pipe cap to it. Would not do it.
Nope.
Okay, continuing on, we have this from Defense Dad. It says, my new 1911 fitting for Thanksgiving since it's from Turkey. It's a Gearson.
All these nights, I almost took that picture today with my Dan Wesson in the photo, but then I switched it to the barkeep because I figured it fit more with the theme. Son of a gun.
Sitting on the dinner table on Thanksgiving.
No. Yeah, I know those issue guns and water. I just wouldn't trust a rifle that's built that way.
Kind of like shooting a Altor chambered in 50 BMG.
I would do that in a second.
That's because you're a sadomasochist too. I mean,
Hey, I didn't say I was going to handhold it.
Okay, from 2 Live Moo, Beretta 12 gauge on the left and my Stoger M3500 on the right.
Oh, look at him
You
flexing on us.
son of a... I want an M3500 in the worst way.
That's some damn good camouflage right there now. That setting.
Okay. And then looks like we got Moo again here. And Moo says, just a few geese with my Stoger. Just a few.
Just a couple. That looks like way too much plucking to have to do.
What you don't see is in the background to the right of him, the little pond there with his boat with the punt gun on it.
That's a little bit younger Moo. Yeah.
A little bit thinner mood too.
Can't tell with all that.
Okay. A lot bit thinner move.
Yeah.
All the weight's gone to his udders.
That's utterly the truth, I tell you. All right, so I'm going to venture over to the Instagrams here and see what we got waiting on us here. Instagrams. Maybe if it'll switch accounts for me here. All right. So I believe this isn't right. Here we go. Oh, that was right. Okay. So let me go ahead and share screen. We'll get going here. All right, this is, let's see, November the 8th, yeah. Art Tech and Daughters with the Taurus TH45. Got an echo in there.
Ba-ching! Ba-ching!
Can't see the target.
Hey, Ken, it's right over there.
Well, that's
He's
not
shooting right
working.
past it.
Yeah, he didn't hit it once.
Whoa. Yeah. All right, let's go to yours truly. Just received a pair of combat tactical hard knuckle gloves from Glove Station today.
Shilling like a villain.
I think that's the same kind the Green Lantern wears.
I bought those. Those were not free.
Yeah, those are nice though.
Yeah.
Real
Got
nice.
some operating to do. Is that what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Getting ready? You're gonna go punch that. You're gonna go punch that son-in-law of yours in the
Gotta
day.
punch that doggy. You betcha. There's the inside. Okay.
Do they make them in adult sizes?
Probably. Speaking of adult sizes, let's see. Obnoxious One hoping the LFA Hunter and Zero Tech Vengeance bring in some meat in a couple days. I do believe so.
They have exactly brought in some meat.
All right.
I really like that setup. I don't want to go walking through the woods with that setup, which is why I have this setup.
So hear me out. Yesterday was a sitting in the blind gun, but I don't want to haul that heavy beast through the woods if I'm striking out in the blind. The Ruger SFAR or Safar, I guess, fits that bill perfectly with the Warhorse and Offset Liberty. You betcha.
That is much lighter than that Live Free Armory Hunter.
About have to be. All right. Yes, I have 3 rifles ready for deer season.
Mhm. If you're going to do something, you might as well overdo it.
Or do you carry them in a golf bag? You just reach in and pick the one you think you need.
Well,
for
I
a
don't
right shot?
reach in. I tell my caddy which one I need.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got a
yeah.
caddy.
Duh.
Give me the 9-iron, sir.
Heck yeah. 300
You know what I
black.
you know what I have learned about that thermal
Huh.
is it's a little much for my property because it's a 2.5 power thermal.
Yeah.
I am heavily wooded, so that is not the correct thermal for my property. Be great if I had a cornfield or something
Right.
to look at, but when you're heavily wooded, that is not a great thermal for trying to see anything.
Well, OB Defense Dad said to remind you that the president said you can't hunt with ARs.
Mm-hmm. I'm not. Well, he said you can't hunt with AR-15s. I'm hunting with AR-10s.
Oh, okay. That's perfectly okay then.
Yeah.
But that's an AR-15. So, or is it an AR-300? I'm so confused.
No, it's an AR-14.
Okay.
Okay. This is the infamous Philly cheesesteak at Wanamaker Tulsa Arms Show. This is what's for lunch, folks.
Nice.
That's right before I devoured it, by the way.
You didn't just put it in your pocket for later?
I did not.
Okay.
I'm not Sarge. Okay, and then for dessert, you've got to have Dippin' Dots, because why not?
They're gonna be
Cookies and
huge.
cream.
I thought that was cottage cheese Oreo.
It actually is cottage cheese at Oreo. It's like the poor man's Dippin' Dots.
It's good, though.
Remember, Gary's
Fat-free
diabetic. You gotta watch the
cottage cheese.
sugar he has.
Yeah. Okay, and look at this character.
F you.
F you. That's TJ. In case most of you don't know, it's TJ Persicity. His wife Crystal on the left, and that's Arminthia on the right. Otherwise known as that guy's wife. And then we've got this guy, the ever elusive Ghost Tactical.
That's only because you're scanning the crowd for him, but you're looking right over his head.
Yeah.
Well, not Gary, because Gary's about the same.
Oh
height.
yeah. Well,
It's hard
but
to imagine
you're gonna
I got
find them
the-
because there's too many people in between them.
Hard to
Yeah.
imagine I got the phone that low where I could be shooting up at him like that.
Mm-hmm.
Truth of the matter is, I was holding the phone up and he kept turning his back to me. So
No,
the only way I could get a shot of him was to hold my phone down around my waist and just accidentally shoot him. So
no. Was he high or was he sleeping standing up in the picture?
he's talking to somebody and telling some story.
About being high.
Yeah. In Colorado.
So he was
This is
rocking
probably
out
the
and
guy
high?
he was talking to right here, this leprechaun. Otherwise
Was it-
known as Al Bundy.
He lets that beard grow any longer. He's going to be auditioning for ZZ Top.
Now, was that picture taken from his point of view, looking at
From whose point of view?
Ghost, or
No, mine. I took this picture. Ghost would have been to my right. I was kind of in front of Clover, and then Ghost was off to the side. So I took a picture of one, then turned around and took a picture of the other.
Why does Clover look like he's singing a cappella here?
He might be.
It actually is.
Probably.
And this, I don't know. This photo makes him look extra leprechaunish.
Now, Gary, you gotta explain to everybody what's in that background there.
Well, that's his wife, I believe.
No, I mean the statue.
Oh, that's the driller statue out in front of the SageNet Center there in Tulsa. I don't know how tall that thing is. What, 200 foot tall or something like that?
Yeah,
a
it's
old
big.
statue.
Duffer said, "What's in the pipe?"
There's a
He's
better
buffing.
picture of the driller right there.
Okay, yeah.
That's the main entrance, south entrance. So,
Tulsa Drillers.
okay, here we are at, this was the night before at Hooters. There's Ghost there in his pink hat. That guy you might know, that's a gun snob, of course. TJ. Let's see. There's Mystic Guns. Don't you like Ghost hat? That's Chase.
So Ghost was the one wearing the goofy hat this time?
I was told that those hats were actually in the Airbnb, and he just decided to wear it. So it wasn't even his hat. It was something that was in the Airbnb that they rented.
So he has no idea who was wearing that hat before.
He has no idea who was wearing that hat before.
That's some guts right
Or
there.
where.
I tell you what.
Jason Crystal. There's a good shot of the hat.
You know, if you see that in your Airbnb room, what in God's name would possess somebody to wear it?
I have no idea.
Not a chance in hell. That's been on somebody's pecker.
Where are you guys all standing outside the restaurant?
Because somebody's wearing a pecker hat.
We were waiting on a table.
Oh, okay.
Not going to let you into Hooters with a pecker hat on your head.
Mhm.
Okay. And then once again, the sexy beast.
Video's up on the tubes.
Ooh.
You should see the video.
Mm-hmm.
It does it justice.
That's a hot little number right there.
Yeah, it is.
If that had leaf camouflage, that would be a ghost gun, probably.
I need my pecker hat. That thing's
Yeah.
sexy.
Okay. And then I had no idea there were 2 7 o'clocks.
Mm-mm. Nope. Completely shocking to me.
You lucky sons of guns get to hunt with ARs down there.
Mm-hmm.
Can here too. All you gotta do is cross the border.
Yeah, but we can't in PA. Because we're a FUD state.
Yeah, no semi-autos for you.
Bad
We
thing.
can use it for waterfowl and turkey.
Well, that's a
The bad
shotgun.
thing is those small round mags cost more than the big round mags do. Or small capacity, I should say.
Okay, from DM Foss. Bought my first buck knife. Which model could it be?
110.
It's bigger than a 110.
119.
I guess
just-
a 119 or a 120 in a box that size.
I just automatically default to 110. I can't really tell how big the box is.
That's a damn small table it's sitting on if that's a 110. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it sitting on a table?
It appears to be, anyway.
I thought it might have been a stool.
Is it a 124? Tell me it's a 124.
Well, he's not here, so I don't know, and he hasn't answered yet.
And he didn't include another picture?
Nope.
That's it. That's
Oh.
That's it.
It's not Gordon worthy. He's got
It's like what I
a reveal.
It's like what I did to Gizzard today.
Send us a damn box for crying out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you sent me a picture of a Civivi case. Like every Civivi knife comes in that same case.
I bet there's a couple that don't.
New from Civivi in November 2023, the button lock Elementum 2 with the Ultim handles. Check it out.
Is that beautiful?
New from Civivi in November
didn't even cut
2023, the button lock.
You don't want to listen to this guy blather on.
Mm-mm.
Of course we do.
Nope, that was plenty.
Nice. Okay, from Artak and Daughters, Jessica back in 2011 was shooting a Sears M200 12 gauge. Must have liked it too.
She's singing a cappella also.
Yeah, apparently.
Bunch of singers in these photos today.
So we've got a couple people joining the panel here. One of them is Homeless Self-Protection. The other one is Sarge C4 Defense. Well, welcome.
Hello.
aboard.
As long as we don't hear Jessica say "do it now."
Did I win?
Do it.
Do it.
Do it
Did I
now.
win? Did I win?
Well, what did you win?
The
Yeah, you
giveaway.
won. Yeah.
That's amazing. I didn't even enter. That just proves it's rigged if I won.
Of
Mhm.
course.
Just keep an eye on you.
So what is up, gentlemen?
Just looking at the GORN here.
I sent some GORN in.
You did? Okay.
Slipped it right in.
With all due respect, Sarge, I don't answer questions. I'd like to invoke my Fifth Amendment right now.
Yeah.
Like,
What do you?
no questions?
What's that, Sarge?
None. You don't answer any questions?
I don't answer questions.
That would be.
So what if the
answering
waiter
your
asks you,
question.
what would you like for lunch? You wouldn't answer?
I'd just point. No.
You just starve.
Well, technically speaking, wouldn't putting it the menu be answering the question?
It would be.
It's quite the picture there, Homeless Self-Protection.
But I've got to ask Sarge, like, have you ever ran into somebody that's like that? And then have you busted out that line of, what if a waiter asked what you want for lunch? Because I feel like that would be rather funny.
I was actually checking on a girl not too long ago who was suspected of being the victim of domestic violence, and her brother, who is a rebel without a clue, was squalling, "Don't answer questions. I know they're tricks." I'm like, I'm trying to make sure she didn't get assaulted. Would you stop it? Just completely interfering with making sure someone's okay.
You
Yeah.
should've just gone over there and smacked him.
The only thing she's a suspect in is getting slapped. And I need to see whether that happened, because I'm going to take this other guy to jail if it did. But the brother's like, no, don't answer questions. What an idiot.
So did you go over there
Wow.
and give him a full open hand slap?
Do what?
Did you go over and give him a full open hand slap for?
I don't answer questions.
Really? What if a waiter asks you what you want for lunch?
Should have Will Smith his ass, man.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Moo?
He'd be like, Sarge just slapped the shit out of me.
Now you're famous.
Oh, not too much, Gary.
I can
Yeah.
promise you, a big old meat hook upside the head is an attention getter.
Oh, the meat hook.
I guarantee you, when Snob was policing, if somebody screwed around, that was an attention getter with those gigantic ham hocks he has.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, that's assault with a deadly weapon. I tell you what.
Hand
You just
off.
want to change your tune. You don't want to change your channel. You don't want to turn off the set.
All right, so let's see. There's another shot of Jessica shooting a Bushmaster AR-15 in 2011. She was 10 years old. Wow.
Need you bring that front end down a little bit.
Probably ought to.
Get that trigger in there.
Jessica
There
with
we
her
go.
22 Cricket 2011. Now that's about
Ooh.
right.
That's cool.
She got
It
the
says
manhandle.
2011, but the timestamp on the picture says 2009. Weird. Okay, and last but not least, the Civivi Elementum or the Button Lock Elementum 2. Ultimately, it's up to you. See what I did there?
Oh, I see what you did there.
I might have stole that from somebody. Which one do you like better? I like the top one better.
I'll take the button lock.
You want Button Lock? Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm not a fan of liner locks, so the button lock is really nice.
Actually, yeah, the lockup on this is quite a bit better. I will admit.
Well, liner locks are fine for the lockup unless they get really, really worn out, but I'm just not a fan of it.
I will say that the flipping action's a little better on the regular Elementum versus
Whoa.
this button lock.
Easy with the language.
That may be just a matter of the tightness of the pivot
Oh,
screw.
Whoa.
it's about the tightness.
Mm-hmm.
The tightness.
The flipping action. Easy there,
The
Grandpa.
flipping action.
Wow.
Wow.
All right.
Well,
That's it for that. So let's see. C4 said he sent some GORN, and indeed, he did. All right. So what are we looking at here, first of all?
probably gun.
Well, he sent a screenshot of his YouTube. Oh, I see what he's showing us. Okay. Took me a second.
Flexing on the pores again, aren't you?
Oh, he's flexing all right. Look at this. He is verified.
Bam. Got a little check mark.
How much that cost you?
I don't know. How much did that weekend cost?
$4.
$4.
Don't exactly know what that means, but it is verified.
He is verified. Well, cool.
Nice.
All right. So let's see. That's not the only picture in there. I like this one. So we have the rodent sheriff.
I had to run down to get some screws at the hardware store, and that was right there when I was checking out. I'm like, well, I gotta take a picture of that.
As seen on
Sheriff.
TV.
Proven to repel mice, raccoons, roaches, and ants. Wow.
I didn't know roaches and ants were rodents, but I guess you learned.
Yeah, I
something.
didn't know that.
That was today
I didn't
days
know a
old.
raccoon was a rodent.
I didn't even know raccoons were either, for that matter.
Or you can just plant some mint plants.
I thought it was more of a varmint.
Yeah, they're closer related to bears than they are anything in the rodent family.
Or a bandit. Maybe that's what they are.
Yeah.
They're
That's all
old-timey
that is.
burglars.
Trash pandas.
2.7% peppermint oil
They're old-time bandits. Burglars.
mixed in with some soap. Okay.
What makes it even
See, the thing
funnier
is,
is that
you
I've
have to spray that raccoon like right in the face with it.
yeah.
You got to get up close and personal.
Yeah, what's even funnier about that is I have seen a raccoon eating a peppermint candy cane before.
You
Really?
know, it's got a
Only at
badge from,
Christmas time.
from the Mint County Sheriff. It's got the
How
badge
did
right
that
there.
take place? I got to know the backstory to the peppermint candy cane eating raccoon.
It was at a zoo. The raccoon, I guess, I gave candy to the animals or something. There was like one of the raccoons in one of the pens was eating a candy cane.
Well, but that's probably
Diabetes.
close to Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Don't get diabetes if you do that.
That's
And
right.
that's the only time any of us eat peppermint candy canes.
That's true.
I thought it was like the raccoon and the Christmas tree in Chevy Chase Christmas Vacation or something. Not
Well, that was a
squirrel.
squirrel, wasn't it?
Raccoon eating a candy cane instead of a squirrel. Uncle, what was his name? Squirrel.
Uncle Leo?
Uncle Leo. What was it, Uncle Leo? Anyway, the guy with the toupee.
I want to remind everybody that after this will be the weekly 2A wrap up. I believe on the Daily Gun Show channel. I don't know about gun websites, but you will be directed after this program is over. So let's go ahead, since it's almost top of the hour. Let's go through the panel, and we will ask them a question. What did you learn? And then once they answer that question, they can go ahead and plug whatever they want to plug. And since I'm in the middle here, we'll start to my right with Rich White. Rich, what did you learn this evening?
I don't know.
Nothing?
Nothing to jumping out.
All right, fair enough. Well, what have you got to plug? You got any shows this weekend that we need to watch?
No, nothing until Christmas Eve.
You're not doing any shows this weekend?
No, I made that announcement on Sunday.
Must be nice
Christmas
to
Eve.
take the fall off. I mean,
You like some
No,
sushi?
doctor's orders. I'd actually be violating doctor's orders to do the Christmas show, to be honest. And I violated them doing the Sunday show this past weekend to let everybody know that we weren't going to be doing things.
probably by doing this show too. But
Yeah, probably. It's probably true.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
all righty. Well, thanks for being on this evening and violating doctor's orders. We appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, let's go down to the second rail. Let's go to Hillbilly Up. Hillbilly, what'd you learn this evening?
Man, I learned quite a bit of stuff, I think.
Such
all the
as?
BS about the ammo background check. I didn't like that any at all. And
No.
I also learned if your state, don't let you get something, evidently, up in the Northeast, you just drive 20 minutes to the next state and buy it.
That's right.
Yep.
All right. Now, you've got some stuff coming up, right?
Yeah. We got Guns, Beer, and Therapy tomorrow night, 9 Central, 10 o'clock Eastern. And if you guys ain't done nothing, swing over. And we always just try to have a good time there. And I got some videos coming out. Got a few new things to the channel. And so we'll be doing some reviews and then taking them out to the range. So really excited about that. And I'm just, my foot's just about healed. I'm down to one crutch. So I cannot wait And I just want to thank you very much for having me on, Gizzard. I really appreciate you. Always enjoy these Friday nights, buddy.
You betcha. I enjoy having you on here as well, so thank you. Let's progress over to guns and barbecue. Sir, what did you learn?
I learned that the gun snob was not watching the show tonight because no matter how much any of us needled and prodded at him, we got no responses. He didn't pop in, and undoubtedly at some point I would have got an FO barbecue, and that was never announced. So he was just absent.
FO
It's okay. Yeah. All right. So what have you got coming up?
I got nothing coming up. I decided to take.
So.
That's right. I decided to take the fall and winter off because like that seems like the cool kid thing to do. There is something I have coming up, and that's probably buying more Civivi knives because Gizzard chills great for them. And then I finally bought one, and I'm like, oh wow, I really like this. So probably end up with some more now.
Yeah. Woods is trying to make you feel better there, barbecue.
Yeah, he's telling you to go to the bathroom with some lotion.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't want you to feel left out, he said.
So it looks like I missed a GORN according to Sarge. I did miss one of his pictures. So let me put that on screen real quick because that's in a total accident here. So there's his last one.
Looks real good with all our avatars in front of it.
Yeah, why would you do that?
Oh.
Yeah, how'd you do that?
I'm not sure how that happened. Whoa.
Yeah, it looks fine.
There we go.
What?
Let's get that. Who keeps clicking stuff? All
Why
right.
would you keep doing that?
What are we looking at here, Sarge?
It's not a 5-shot mag for hunting.
I think it's a rifle.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a pistol.
Is he still here?
He's here. He's just not talking.
Could be an Olight.
Well, with
They fall
that light
asleep already?
on it, it kind of looks more like a poaching rifle.
I think it's as heavy as like 10 moving boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Like 30 pounds of rounds in 1/2 a second.
Uh-huh.
At least it's not 9mm, so it won't blow your lungs clear out of your body.
That's
Is
true.
that
No, but that one you can shoot on airplanes with.
is that a bad lever on it?
Yep.
Real bad.
I want a hot dog real bad. Can't do it.
All right.
Oh.
So where
Oh.
were we?
I don't know.
2 Live Moo.
Hey,
What did you learn?
shit! I learned that Obi can shoot some deer, man.
You can.
I dig it. And that's about it. I was like listening to the show and chilling in the hot tub. So I was not really chilling, but my back was hurting. So glad to
Well,
be
you
here.
got anything coming up? Anything cool?
No, hell no. I'm too lazy to put content out. But I did plug in the chat the MC's channel. He just hit 1,700 subs, and he's my neighbor. He's my neighbor to the north, and he puts out a lot of like different stuff. I mean, he's a gun guy, HVAC guy. They're building a quote unquote garden shed, which is a freaking pole barn right now.
Little old garden shed.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a lot of decent stuff, and he's a good dude, man. So go check him out. I mean, he's a good guy.
Alrighty. Well, thank you for being here. Let's go down to Sarge, C4 Defense. What did you learn? I think he's muted, or his mic's not working, or something.
Probably interviewing a First Amendment auditor.
Let's
That's
go
a-
up to. What was you gonna say? I'm
I
sorry.
said that's a possibility.
Obnoxious One. Let's go to you. Did you learn anything this evening?
I learned that ants and roaches are rodents.
Yeah, me too.
It's a good one.
I'm just glad nobody else was smart enough to pick up on that.
What have you got coming up? All kinds of stuff. I'm sure.
Stuff and things. I got a couple videos. Nothing real world altering coming out, but I got to film a bunch of stuff next week. I'm getting piled up around here.
Maybe a new hunting channel.
No.
Is that like the otter hunting channel?
Obi-Wan Outdoors.
It ought to be.
It ought to be.
Bad dad joke. Hashtag.
Screw that otter.
I think you did.
How did it taste? Like victory?
Is this what's led to your bloodthirst and now you killing deer?
That's what I said. The otter died. Now every animal has to die on the compound.
He's got like 2 of those blood stains on his cheeks. Smells like shit because it's otter blood. And
I just cover myself like Arnold in Predator. Sit out there.
All right. Well, thank you for being here. Let's try Sarge one last time. Sarge, what did you learn?
I learned that Gizzard only shows 2 out of 3 GORN pictures that you send in.
We shared the other one, but you were AWOL.
No, we already went to what did you learn? Who knows?
Yeah, about
That's about it.
5 minutes ago. Yeah.
Oh, I should probably sleep.
Oh, okay.
I was probably asleep.
But okay. Well, what have you got coming up on your channel that we need to?
I've got a video on the shadow systems I'm putting together, the DR920p, and then I'm going to do something. I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
It's a surprise.
Secret. It's a secret.
Don't tell me.
So you're saying there's a chance.
It's a top secret. So one more time, let's give him another chance. So tell us about this here.
Oh, that's my Safar. After
Safar.
seeing OBs and how it wasn't a silly idea, how it was an awesome gun, I had to get one.
Oh, okay.
It is an awesome gun.
It absolutely is.
So far away from a nap, you had that.
That is a 308 caliber, slightly overgrown AR. That's almost all the physical dimensions of an AR-15. But in a big boy caliber.
Yeah.
Big boy. I always like their Philly cheesesteak.
It is pretty damn cool.
The only thing it needs is I gotta go pick up a QD mount tomorrow to move it back to the back of the handguard. It's weird when it's all the way out front.
Oh yeah, that's right. They didn't. Yeah, I put a QD mount on mine.
All right. So now if I could figure out how. Oh, here we go. All right. So let's get rid of this what did you learn thing, because we've already learned everything we can learn this evening. So I want to go ahead and thank everybody for watching tonight, whether you watched on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, or whether you catch us in replay on some of the other platforms, or perhaps even on the audio podcast. Thanks for watching and or listening. Also, for everybody who sent in GORN or contributed to the text, thank you. As always, thanks to the panelists for making this the great show that it is. And thanks to all of my channel members out there on YouTube for their contributions to the channel. I thank you very much. So, yeah, don't forget weekly 2A wrap-up after this. We'll be doing Fowl Territory again next week, the day after Thanksgiving, so I won't see you before the holidays. Everybody have a safe and pleasant Thanksgiving. Enjoy it with your families. Please travel safely. Hopefully we'll see you this coming Friday. And remember that if anyone tries to infringe on your right to keep and bear arms,
Tell them to get wrecked.
give them the bird. That bird right back there.
yeah.
That bird. Give them the bird.
Got to run.
That one. Anyway, on behalf of my panel, this is Gizzard Gary. Thanks for watching. And I'm going to give my panelists one last chance to do their shout outs before I hit the end credits. So here you go, guys.
Get wrecked.
Bye-bye.
That's a calf rope.
Y'all come back.
Adios, Felicio.
I love it. Good night, everybody.
Oh.